Training your learners is about understanding their expectations, which is critical. But how can you achieve that? Effort, time, and research is a start. You may believe you know your learners, but digging deeper can help you understand them better and become a better modern trainer. Each individual in your training session is like a little iceberg. You may see individuals of all ages, races, nationalities, and genders, but just on the surface. This is your test when your learners are a diverse group of people. The more you know about your learners, the easier it is for you to steer and the more productive your training sessions will be. The iceberg model of competence uses an iceberg to demonstrate the notion. An iceberg with just 1/9 of its bulk above water and the rest submerged. Components of a competence like knowledge and abilities are obvious, while others like attitude, characteristics, and thinking patterns are buried or under the surface. So, is there a link between surface and subsurface competencies? Spencer argued in their book Competence at Work Models for Superior Performance that a behavior is incomplete without purpose. Attitude characteristics, thinking patterns, and other subsurface competencies significantly impact the use of information and skills to execute a task successfully, according to the authors. Let's look at the example. Assume a company promotes a safety policy for staff members to keep their office space properly maintained by not obstructing walkways to allow subordinates to escape in case of fire emergency. A manager at the furthest part of the office leaves his door open all day for fresh air, or let everyone knows that he is working at any moment. Hence, the manager's open door leaves completely to comprehend an action's implications, which is in this case is that the action aim must be understood. In increasingly difficult tasks, the learner's qualities and motivations below the surface of 80% takes precedence over the skills and knowledge necessary. Imagine a warrior who understands how to use his weapon but refuses to attack because he believes the war is an immoral conflict. In businesses, senior level leadership spend countless meetings to devise competitive strategies in the boardrooms when the eagerness to tackle rivals is a frontline tactic about the complex matching of organizational objectives with individual motivations. Each degree of competence requires a unique approach. Behavioral competencies under the surface of 80% are more difficult to measure and improve than apparent talents like knowledge and abilities that are visible at the tip of the iceberg at 20%. Like psychotherapy, counseling, coaching, and mentoring, training is also a people development effort that is time-consuming and effort-intensive. Conventional training approach is focused on the visible components of abilities, knowledge, and skills. The afterthought tends to consist of thinking that the behavioral elements could be improved with adequate supervision and management. However, big changes in traditional ways of people management necessitate the purposeful change in the domain of training. This covers putting a lot of attention on hidden behavioral characteristics as well. A person's competency has both obvious and hidden components, and it's important for the modern trainers to grasp both to choose the best training approach for the individual learner.